Downtown Seattle just hit a record high office vacancy rate, yet 15 million people still showed up to downtown last year. Yet you're seeing one number in the headlines for office vacancy, right? Well, I'm gonna walk you through what's actually going on here. There's a side of Seattle you only pick up when you're on the ground, and that's the part that matters if you're thinking about moving here. So let's dive in. There's a specific kind of quiet on certain blocks of downtown Seattle right now. Not empty though, just different. If you spent any time here over the last few years, you can feel that shift right away. So let's start there. I want to give the headlines a fair shot first, and then I'll walk you through what's going on underneath all of it. Downtown Seattle has fundamentally changed since 2019. Hybrid work shifted the daily rhythm of the core, certain blocks feel noticeably quieter, and some storefronts did not survive the transition. The tech sector has gone through real restructuring. Big names like Amazon, Microsoft, and Oracle have all reduced headcount as companies reorganize around AI. This is not a minor blip. Some downtown small businesses are in genuine distress, more so than during the peak of COVID. Rising costs and the end of emergency relief programs hit at the same time. The energy of the 2021 to 2022 market is gone. Most homes no longer sell in days with multiple offers. That shift is real. And in a few minutes, I'm going to break down the economic picture behind all of this, and it changes how you should be reading these headlines. Stay with me. Amazon's Seattle headcount fell below 50,000 employees by early 2026. Across the full Puget Sound region, the company still employs about 66,000 corporate workers. Meta just laid off 20% of its Seattle workforce. Oracle cut 491 jobs in Washington state in early 2026 as part of an AI-led engineering restructure. Microsoft has also implemented multiple rounds of layoffs tied to AI integration initiatives across the same period. A survey of 136 brick-and-mortar businesses found more than 2/3 reporting greater financial stress than at the height of COVID, driven by higher operating costs and the end of emergency relief programs. Downtown office vacancy hit a record high of 34% in Q4 2025, the highest rate ever recorded for the Seattle Central Business District, while downtown shed an estimated 13,000 jobs in 2025, the largest single-year decline since the first year of the pandemic. The Seattle area unemployment rate climbed to just above 5%, with the broader region posting a net loss of roughly 12,900 jobs over the past year, a rare annual decline outside of the pandemic period. So if you're only looking at Seattle through that lens, it's pretty easy to feel like the whole city is moving in the wrong direction. Now, if you're thinking about moving to Seattle, or if you're wondering if this is the right time to buy, this is one of those markets where local insight matters a lot. So reach out, because I work with people relocating here every day. My contact info is down in the description. Okay, so I want to take you over to the Green Lake area, because what you'll see there is a side of Seattle that doesn't show up in the headlines. Around Green Lake, you've got kids riding bikes, people walking their dogs, couples holding coffee. Everyone is out, everyone is moving. There's a line out the door at the breakfast spot in the corner. It feels different from what you've been hearing about Seattle. Green Lake is one of the best examples of what Seattle neighborhood life actually looks like right now. The community feel here is genuine, a mix of young families, longtime Seattleites, and newcomers who all end up on the same path around the lake on a weekday morning. Walkability is a real thing here. Independent restaurants, coffee shops, and local businesses line the neighborhood, and most of what you need day to day is a short walk away. Green Lake's paved perimeter loop measures exactly 2.8 miles as one of the most heavily used urban recreational paths in Washington state, drawing users year-round regardless of weather. Green Lake and Wallingford post walk scores of 84, placing them among the top 15% most walkable neighborhoods in Seattle. These neighborhoods also have some of the highest ranked schools in the Seattle Public School District. And when we get into the economic side in a few minutes, I'm going to show you why neighborhoods like this tend to hold their value. So I want to show you something. When people picture downtown Seattle, they're thinking about a specific stretch of office buildings, right? But walk 5 minutes the other way and you run into something that changes how you see the whole area. The Seattle waterfront is the clearest physical proof that this city is investing in its future, not stepping back from it. This transformation took years and it just opened. Most people outside Seattle have no idea it exists. The feel here is different from the downtown office area. This is a public space built for how people want to spend time. Outdoors, connected to the water, and easy to walk in. The Seattle Waterfront project carried a total cost of approximately $806 million and delivered around 20 acres of new public space connecting downtown directly to Elliott Bay, one of the largest public infrastructure investments in the city's history. Downtown Seattle recorded more than 15 million unique visitors in 2025, surpassing pre-pandemic levels for the first time. Daily foot traffic was up about 4% year over year, and light rail boardings at downtown stations climbed approximately 23% over the same period. So that's what it looks like on the ground. You've got neighborhoods doing well and a waterfront that changed the feel of downtown. And once you see the bigger economic picture, everything we walk through starts to line up. Now here's the part you're not seeing on the front page, the real estate reality. This is the piece you want to understand. Prices are not crashing. Despite everything you're reading, the underlying demand in Seattle has not evaporated. The market has shifted, but it hasn't collapsed. Homes are still moving, the pace is normalized, not stopped. Serious buyers are still finding serious sellers. The biggest change is who has the power at the table. Buyers have options and negotiating room for the first time in years. Inspections are back, conversations are happening, and there is real breathing room in the process. The King County median sales price held at around the mid-800s in March 2026, essentially flat year over year per Northwest MLS data, demonstrating a strong demand floor even as inventory surged approximately 35% over the same period. Active listings in King County reached approximately 4,990 homes in March 2026, the highest inventory level recorded since before the pandemic, giving buyers the widest selection in over 4 years. Average days on market in King County rose to about 24 days in February 2026. Months of supply in King County reached roughly 2.3 months in early 2026, the most balanced market conditions buyers have seen in years. King County's sales activity intensity, the share of listings finding a buyer within 30 days, stood at 40.2% in late 2025, down from over 75% at the spring 2025 peak, confirming the measurable shift in buyer leverage across the market. If things were actually falling apart though, you'd see prices dropping fast and homes sitting for months, and that's just not happening. So the first time in years, this is a market where normal people can step in and have a real shot. The bidding wars are gone for the most part, except for special houses in great locations and priced well. Buyers have time to evaluate, compare, and make decisions that fit their lives. So right now, the same companies cutting teams in Seattle are also pouring money into some of the biggest infrastructure projects this region has ever seen. Right here, same city, same moment, so it's not a contradiction, it just tells you where this place is heading. Seattle's underlying economy is not in collapse. The city is experiencing a rebalancing after years of explosive growth, which is fundamentally different from a structural decline. The tech sector is going through an AI-driven transformation. The companies trimming headcount in some divisions are simultaneously making massive bets on AI infrastructure right here in the region. The media almost never covers what happens to housing supply when construction slows down. Right now, the new build pipeline has dropped a lot, and that sets up a real supply squeeze the moment the market heats back up. In March 2026, commercial real estate firm JLL upgraded Seattle from a secondary tech market to a global innovation reinforcer, ranking the city 12th worldwide in innovation output. OpenAI signed a major new lease in Bellevue in early 2026, nearly quadrupling its regional footprint. Anthropic is growing downtown, Apple is opening new offices, defense tech company Anduril simultaneously established a manufacturing facility at the historic Foss Shipyard on Seattle's Lake Washington Ship Canal to build autonomous warships for the U.S. Navy. Amazon announced a $200 billion capital expenditure plan for 2026, concentrated on AI infrastructure, data centers, and satellite systems. Residential construction permits in Washington state fell to levels not seen since 2013. Townhome permits in Seattle specifically dropped 87% between 2019 and 2024, driven by rising construction costs, permitting fees, and regulatory complexity. Seattle is hosting 6 FIFA World Cup 2026 matches at Lumen Field, Visit Seattle projects a minimum of a $929 million in total economic impact for King County, supporting nearly 21,000 jobs and generating over $100 million in tax revenue from the event alone. So you've got a market where buyers finally have leverage. You've got a city that just ranked among the most top innovation economies in the world. You've got a construction pipeline that's tightening up fast. That combination doesn't show up very often. So the people who see it early are usually the ones who benefit the most from it. The people who get Seattle wrong right now are the ones who read the headlines and stop there. The full picture looks very different, and that gap is where opportunity shows up. Now, if you're relocating to Seattle and want a neighborhood by neighborhood breakdown of where the real deals are right now, send me an email at hello@mwagnerteam.com. I work with relocators on this all the time. I can show you exactly where this market is working in your favor. Let's map out your move while this window is still open. And if you're thinking about which specific Seattle neighborhoods are still competitive versus which ones have cooled off a bit, I've got a video linked right here that breaks that down. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.